Hi everyone, Stepan here. I actually played this guy 2 games ago. Okay, time for revenge. But we played twice. So it's 1-1. Okay. So he beat me in game 72. This is game 74. Let's get our revenge. In game 72, I had the white pieces. Let's see. Okay, my opponent's going for the sharpest way of dealing with the semi-Slav. They can take or go bishop h4, of course. My opponent takes. This is the Moscow. Okay, I'm not too unhappy to see CD. So my opponent's going for the early e4 pawn break. Huh. So g6 is how I would normally play this, but I'm looking at bishop b4 now. I'm slightly worried about queen b3. Ideally, I would like to get my bishop to g4 quickly. But I don't have a way to do that. So bishop b4, if queen b3. Can I go bishop a5? Probably. Okay, I am I am gonna go bishop b4. That seems to be the most active move. And the only thing I don't want to allow is e4, d4, knight e4 with tempo. Although maybe I should have allowed that. But this seems to be the quickest way to castle without allowing. Okay, let's castle. So e4, d4, knight e4. Okay, rook e8 is the most sensible move, giving my bishop the f8 square. Why is my opponent playing instantly? That's so annoying. Okay, it's not annoying. I'm not getting annoyed. It's fine. It's fine. I don't really have time to go a6, b5, knight b6, knight c4. I think. But still, let's make my opponent work for b5. I'll play a6, and then on rook b1, I'll decide what to do. The problem with moving my d7 knight is that my opponent gets to play knight e5, which is a move I definitely don't want to allow. right? Well, e4 just became harder to play. So is it time for bishop d6 now? Could be. Because I don't have to react to knight c5. Okay, let's go bishop d6. This will give me a chance to go knight f8. And I'm also lining up my bishops with my opponent's king. And I'm threatening bishop g4. One advantage of the Moscow for black is that you have the dark squared bishop, so I have to make that piece count. Well, this still doesn't help you play b5 because it's defended. So knight f7, knight c5, bishop g4. Looks very scary. Knight f8, knight c5, bishop g4, knight b7, bishop f3. So I'm definitely not gonna trade the knight. So let's go knight f8. When my opponent goes knight c5, I am gonna consider rook b8, bishop g4. I don't think bishop g4 straight away is good because of knight takes b7. Oh, okay. So I think I'm very happy to sack the exchange here. Bishop g4, knight e5. Yeah, on bishop g4 my opponent goes knight e5. Doesn't take the rook. That's a problem. Yeah, okay, there's knight e5. I should have factored that in. I cannot sack the exchange. Bishop g4, knight e5. What do I do? I have to save my rook. I have to save my rook. Yeah. Okay, I'm going queen e7. Because on b5 there is cb5, gaining a tempo on the queen, followed by b4. So my opponent's gonna have to play something like queen b3. Yeah. Now b5, takes, knight d7, b6, c4 seems tempting. Okay, I'm preventing b5 by playing b5. I want to get my knight to one of these two squares. If I can. The problem for my opponent is that b4 is constantly hanging. So I go to k8 here, and if the queen comes in, then I take on b4 in the end, I think. So for example, queen a3. I may even be able to take on b4 immediately. Okay. Now it's time to get my knight into the game. Of course, I don't want to take on a5, allowing ba5. And now on queen a2, I have knight b6. And the b pawn's hanging. Okay, I don't know what g3 does, so I'll just continue with my plan. Maybe I should be slightly worried about bishop b1, queen c2, or bishop b1, queen d3. But I'll always have g6. Well, that's a pawn sacrifice. Why would it work? Can I not just take? Bishop e5, d5, rook e5, rook a8, knight a8. Yeah, I don't think that works. I'm just gonna take. I don't see it. Am I missing something? So, rook e5, rook a8, knight a8. Let's say queen a3. I'm not missing anything, I think. I'll just take. Let's see what the idea is. Okay, let's bring my rook all the way back. On rook c8 there is e4. But I have knight b6. Rook c8, e4, knight b6, e d5, knight d5, bishop e4, queen d7 seems to work. Okay. My opponent's playing so quickly that it's extremely distracting. Okay, I'm guessing rook c7 is the only move. I don't see anything else. Threatening queen e8 checkmate. I can see that. So if I go queen b8, because rook e7 seems tempting, but it weakens a lot of squares. So queen b8, queen c3, I have queen e8. Okay, that seems to work. Oh no, queen b8 hangs rook c6. Oof. Queen b8, there is rook c6. What about king f8? Okay, king f8 works. I think. I'm 6 minutes down on the clock. How? As soon as I get my knight to c4, my position is going to be very, very nice. Okay. My king is getting closer to help my pieces. Okay, knight b6 is surely fine. Because knight b6, ed, knight d, rook e1, there is rook e7. I think I'm covering everything. My opponent's just playing quickly. Oh, I want to beat this guy so much. I don't know why, but I really do get annoyed when people play instantly. It's my fault. It's my mistake. I have to stop doing that. But I just get this incredible urge to win. Not that I don't have that in every game, but it's just... Oh. So rook e1, rook e7, knight e7. The bishop has to move. Everything's covered. I don't see it. I mean, obviously I'm under pressure, but if there's no win, there's no win. I'm up a pawn. Oh, maybe bishop e4 works. What do I do on bishop e4? I was only looking at rook e1. I really don't want to... Yeah. Bishop e4. And if I play rook d7, there's queen c5. Finds the best move. Okay, time to evict the queen. So rook e7, not rook d7. Bishop e4. Ce4. Sorry, bishop d4. Bishop d5. cd5. Okay, I'm gonna have to make a move, so I better make this move now. On rook c6, I think I can go rook e4. Okay. On rook c5, I have rook e1 followed by d4. But who's getting mated there? I have no idea. We could both be getting mated. Okay, I cannot allow a further expansion. I just cannot. Are you sure, my friend? I see. Now on d4, there is rook e5 check. Because the king is on h2. But okay, I mean, I think I have to go for this. I don't see a viable alternative. Oh, please give me a take back. Okay, thank you. Okay, threatening queen b8 mate, so I have to defend against that. Not easy. The rook is pinned, so it can never move. Rook h5 doesn't work. Rook b5 doesn't work. Rook d4 doesn't work. It's just going to be mate on h1. Thank you to my opponent for giving me the take back. I assumed rook e5 was going to be played. Okay, the rook's still pinned. Let's give my king some squares finally. Oh, there's queen c5 check. Okay, I'm gonna have to save the pawn. So I'm guessing this is the only way to do it. I have to prevent queen c5, king g8, queen takes d4. I cannot lose my d pawn. And while I'm pinning the rook, I'm feeling fine. Because now I'm just threatening to go d3, d2. Okay, okay, okay. On b6, I have to go rook b1. I may just be winning this. I'm not sure. The reason I played d3 now is so that there is no queen c2. Not that there is, because the rook's hanging. And okay, now if let's say we trade rooks and I can take on b5, that seems fine. Okay, I have to move my queen. b7 seems like the only square. Queen b7, rook d8 check, king h7, queen e4 check isn't playable. Okay, let's do that. I don't see another move, so. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. My opponent was threatening just rook d8 mate, so. On queen d4, unfortunately, I have to repeat. I have to go queen b7. I don't see. Yeah, I'm losing now. Queen d3 and I resign. Yeah. Come on. Where have I gone wrong? If you're like me and you think practicing against the engine is boring because it either crushes you or plays like an idiot, try playing against Noctie. Noctie is a human-like AI that's going to adapt to your strength, is going to play like a human, try to trick you like a human, and challenge you on your own level. The first thing you can do is, of course, assess your rating, and you can play a rating test against Noctie. Yeah, the only move is g4 and then queen f4 mate? Yeah. Good. Yes! 2557! Come on! It's going to tell you your strength, but there are many more features. The first thing is when you play Noctie, you get instant feedback, and all of your moves will get sort of color coded. Noctie will immediately tell you if you made a mistake. That way you can ask Noctie to see where you went wrong. You can play games in openings you're trying to learn, so you can import any repertoire you want and play Noctie in that specific opening. Just go to repertoires. I've imported the Hillbilly when I was doing the video on the Hillbilly, but you can obviously create any repertoire. Just paste the PGN, and if you, for example, play the London system, you can play the London system against Noctie. Flashcards are an excellent tool, and I've spoken to Samuel, the owner and inventor of Noctie. He's going to make them even better. Flashcards are basically the mistakes you made in your games. Noctie is going to make you pay attention to them, and in the future they're going to be grouped according to theme, so it's going to be even easier to navigate your mistakes. One of my favorite features, if not my favorite one, and the one I use the most, is themes. So you can play Noctie in any specific position you choose. So if you go to your themes, you can see that I've made quite a few. So let's say you want to play out this position. This is a position from Spassky's game where he triangulated perfectly. If you're trying to practice something, you can create a new team. Just add an FEN or a PGN and play it out against Noctie. That way, if you have an endgame you would like to practice, you don't have to find an actual human to play against, nor will you have to play against a 2800 engine or against a 500 engine human. If you would like to check Noctie out, you can follow the link in the description, and if you would like to get a 64% discount, use the code HANGING Pawns. Thank you very much for this. Thank you, Noctie, for sponsoring the video, and let's get back. Let's see. Okay, so this seems fine. Equal. I should have gone bishop g4. Wait, what about knight e5? Oh, I played rook e5. Interesting. I wasn't worried about this because I just take on f3. Okay. King f8, blunder. Aha, I should have gone d4 first. Where have I gone wrong? Yeah, by moving my d-pawn, I'm allowing my opponent a way in for the queen to come to the e-file. Yeah, now I'm just losing. It doesn't matter what I do. If my d-pawn stays on d4, then there is no queen d4, obviously. Yeah. Okay, I mean, this was a very instructive game for me. My opponent made one blunder, I made two. Have to get vengeance on this guy. Thank you guys for watching. This was a rough game. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye-bye.